당아서 논지나 치마시 마로텔라 아니 윤중을 미네네 관시 쇼다 치고요래 아니 야 좀좀 다 마체티 대지 도만용이 같으니 내 베리 사바드니 용에도 졸라야 지 가르세네 광원연유 예매 땡대하고요 말했대 이내였다 바시에서 말이서는 세세라고 있지네 아니 야지 건도라고 뜻을 대시 까마카시를 시대요레스
So on this Wednesday night, the gatherings, so we usually start with a short breathing meditation together, and also for this, mainly for the sake of if there are any among the attendants, if there are anyone who are new to the to meditations and practice, then also give some explanation, some basic explanation about what is meditation is about and how you do meditation and so on.
다디 먼저 운영을 하면은 가데 아니 너도 운영보 운영을 하면 가서는 뭔지 세속들이 시요레스 근데 가르레 세계나 먼저 뭔지 semba 무시와다 아니 드니그 강에 뭐 보지 아니 생시로도 이 델라테는 노도 시 드니 노도를 노도 덴바즈 아니 노도 제선 로네 아니 셈시바 뭐 보지 용데 그래서 드니그 셈시바데 유야 지제나데 세시로도 tro할 때는 쉬워인자 드니그 세시로도 tro하데 아니 가야가 쳤다 네 운영을 밀고 가는 조다 치대요 그래서
So this breathing meditation is set as a very effective means or a remedy to overcome any disturbing thoughts and emotions. So and one of the main cause which allows such thought, such disturbing thought to arise in our mind is the distractions, mental distractions. So that is when when our mind falls under, goes after some like a wandering or a venturing thoughts, and then as a result of such thought, then we generate in us some sort of thoughts, various like the thought which may be concerning with some things, worrying about certain things, or which we might find it something causes, which can brings like a stress and so on. And then however, if we and then usually when such thought disturbing thought arise, then we just don't. It doesn't just stop, then we tend to keep, occupying ourselves, on that same thought continuously, and going after that thought, and then as a result, then brings a much disturbance, much sufferings. So therefore, if you look at the initial cause for why we have such at the first place, why we have this disturbing thought and emotions. So is a mental distraction, because our mind is distracted, wandering off to external objects. So therefore, as these, if we, in order to prevent such, like a thought, wandering thought, so this we will, this meditation, engaging in this breathing meditation is which is a simple technique, but we will find it very effective in preventing our mind from going out.
다 드니고 운중을 세 저지바데 다 세지지도 운중을 하면네 대요 루이데니 아주 첨보 많이 아니 춘주 많이 논지 나가노님이 위간데 스탕게나 아니 드니지가 네 야안로서 위알에서 만로서 소소나오지 대치볼 미네 네 드니 체크요레스 계시 아니 아치 셈바 윙골 네마토바 드니로치나 타신다오치라 네 위 종가자야시 네 위 코랄레 미네 야로 미치 도디살치 인로스 오야치 도 마친로 살니 인로스 소소 드니가 종가 주스 다 소소 가지스 타와드 리가 바트네니 윈징을라미 세네타서야 드니 다시 요요레스 아니 아주 저래다 가서데 델로다 고 유다테와 조지리 디기 용와 장지가 네 판돌은 노도시아더니 뱅기요 말이서와 요네 요데 니마니마라 아니 유다테 네 셈바르죠 콤바 될 관수나네 지그 관자를 깔레맹이 쳐놓고요래 아니 디디살라네 다 노도 가야가 배도요레스
So for this breathing meditation practice, so we we should choose the right comfortable sitting postures, and just trying to make sure our body is completely at rest, and then to also then to check our how we are breathing, and so and then it's important that our breathing is as natural as possible. It should not be we should not be breathing too forcefully or too long, or too short, too short. And then after that, then the actual meditation is just to simply direct our the entire mental attentions, mental focus, just on you're trying to see whether just place on our breathings in and out, simply. Knowing that, when you are breathing out, knowing that, I'm breathing out, and when breathing in, then you are again knowing or be aware that now I'm breathing in. So just keeping our mind just on that, knowing breathing, I'm breathing in, and then knowing I'm breathing out, and so in this way it will help. This breathing technique will help help us in calming all these our thoughts, outgoing thoughts, and then letting the minds just resting inside us in peace, in stillness, and so in this way, for this, just to in this, while doing this breathing meditation, so if you find it difficult to keep the mind, to hold the mind on the breath, then you can also we can also mentally then start counting as well, which is to, as we breathe in and out, then we count as a one, just a one cycles. We mentally say that's one. And then again, the continues, breathing in and out with full, with the mental focus on that, and then, remembering that's the second round. So you go third and fourth, mentally counting. It is said that that can also, you will find it very useful to keep the mind on the breath. So, and then of course, what the time, the amount of time that we spend here in this, which is a very short, time where we engage in this kind of some sort of practice, breathing meditation, which is really to training our mind to stay calm and stay inside us. So this, of course, this short, we cannot expect just in this short time that suddenly we can, stop the mind from going out, stop this mind, our mental habit of always wandering after, various things. So therefore it's also important that in order to really to see some a result in terms of bringing the calming one's mind, having some hold on one's this wandering thought, then you also need to do this meditation, in in other time, but if possible on a consistent basis for over a long period of time, and then we can then really see the effectiveness of this meditation practice in stabilizing our mind inwardmost.
아니 단다대니 운중을 민네니 제치드민네 고자처럼 너도 지에 맞추네. 아니 고자도 지리스로. 야 고리지라니 야 너도 자수 샤지네. 셈발라. 너도 막어와지. 아니 대안이 소소 너도 가르 샤근도 소소 셈발 샤자. 드니 데데레 뇽바지 지네. 야한테 너도 제스만 로와지. 너도 제스만 로와지. 아니 디가다 드니가 너도 샤디살라. 아니 야 셈베가 쓰지가다 너도 드니들이 샤근도 소소지. 아니 드니가 세테만야 요새 가슬라. 네 고지자시 요레스.
Yeah. So in here, so when we engage in these breathing meditations, so we make a really deliberate effort to try to keep the mind on the breath, and so in such that if the mind goes out, minds leave the object of the breath, then we put an effort, conscious effort to bring the mind back onto the objects. And then it might stay a little while, again it might go off the object, then we bring it back. That way we're trying to training our mind, disciplining our mind. So that is a one technique, which is also very effective, very important technique. But there's also another techniques of overcoming thought, overcoming this disturbing thought is so whereby we don't make such a conscious effort to trying to controlling controlling our mind, our thought. So rather, in that our meditations. Our meditation is to rather observing the thoughts, so let whatever thought arise, and so we just want to watch the thought. It's just not we don't make any effort to try to, if the thought goes somewhere else, we don't make effort to bring it back. So rather knowing where it is going, and knowing exactly what's happening. And then again, but don't stay in there. But if the mind goes there, go to somewhere else, we watch again, knowing the. So it's simply just watching and simply observing, and but however it is the here the key is important thing is that while we are observing our effort, the meditation is simply to observe and watch the thought, and what is important is make sure that we don't go after that. The thought doesn't kind of dominant, predominate us, and it takes us away. So rather, we are just observe, just observing or just watching the thought, and so trying this second technique is also might find it very effective in how in calming this thought, in its own place. Ross.
Teni da susu gu semba te gu no to re, papa re, teni gu susu gu sen la shasuna, teni gu sen de la mine, den de shagun, den de shagun di nyomba jiga. Ani tele di sen da wuji te ze ji tene, o toche che ya di sen da wu na te ze tene, teni jumba ji gomba ina. Ani shisa ni runya la, ni no to do topa shunwa to lanzo di ji la yumun rowa. Ani lanzo tel ji kate joya suso lo kwakashi da diseji tani ji yungu ya sares.
So as a result of, or as an effect of this these second meditation techniques, then you can as effect of that, then it kind of give one some sort of empower one's self to be not fall under the influence, not of that whatever the thought arise, and because you in this meditation, so you you observe, you watch observe the thought arisings, and then trying to see that the simply observing, and but not you say to yourself that you simply observe and let the thought arise, whatever is doing, whatever object it's possess, you're not worrying about that, but you kind of stay away from that. So it is said that by doing that, it somehow you'll be able to that thought, kind of loses it kind of dissolve, so to speak, dissolve by itself, and in this way, you can also. As a benefit of this, then you'll be able to overpower these thoughts.
Tani gu no to tope gu jes mandu na, tani te kashi jinro wa no to te runjo, ani sen pantane men ro yores. Karisena tangazo ti shung no pe karisha yoresena, pe na janso gu no la ani jansi ki tila ta chila chimbo ta, ani chundu kawo ji yore te, ina yang ta te la jes mandu se kare karse, te le ya ma chi shashana, koro ka chila te janso no man ton ro was. Ten uji ku koro, ani ta me se kare, ta se kare, ta tani ren ro yores.
So, like you I said it is on the other day. So, with the second techniques, so when you are watching the thought, is like same as you watch the wave of the oceans, and then how just as you watch the oceans or wave, then no matter how high it rise, then you know eventually it will collapse and then it become quiet by itself. You do not have to do anything. So in the same way, we can also see the these calming of all these thought, agitated, all these disturbed thought by its own, by itself. As if we don't go after it, if we just simply watch, we distance ourselves from them, and we consider ourselves like observers, and those thoughts that arise in our mind as something we observed, and so by doing that, so the thought we will find the thoughts dissolving in itself. Okay, so this. So we'll just do just a few minutes of breathing meditations. Thank you.
당가서 네 템바 뒤지지 가르쳐 버잖아. 네 돈이 더 긴게 있대서. 돈이 더 기자요 있어. 레도 냠바 셰팔라 돈이 더 기쁨보 있으네. 어떤 지sun 쇼야레스.
So let me this quote this from Lord Buddha, who says that you are your own protectors and you are your enemies, and so be your own witness, and be your own witness to whatever, whether, when you do any like a good or bad actions.
단디 가르친 거였으면 네가 다 레전드 고수는 거래서 무슨 진짜대 레전드 같은 게요래. 그래서 네가 레전드 고대 수치인 거래. 가르치게 거래서는 딱 맞춰가 라니 논지니 대화지도 니 등하시네. 니용 그래. 다 드니니데 가만히 쉬운 버려서나 아니 소시 니다 링와 예슬라 수파 냠바샤발라 때네 아니 등하다 아니 소소 등하테니 자다오데 소소 차오레스 아니 소소 링와 예서 지시와 좀볼라 때네 아니 대화 연구요래 제자 소소 때니 로냐를 대화 좀 준비니 다 응게다 보지 이 차오레스 되네가 어떤 있음요래서
So this, the above, quotations, the explains the Buddhist, theory or of the law of, law of karma, or the law of cause and effect. So according to this, the law of karma. So all the the happiness, both the happiness and the sufferings that we find in life. So these are all the result of the karma, result of our own karma, or in other words, is actions. And so the so to explain a little bit clearer, then what he's saying is that if the actions that we do, through the what we call as through the three doors of action, that is through the whether by mind, by thought, or by speech, or by body, by physical actions. So if these three doors actions are positive or something wholesome, the result is which results in happiness. And if the actions of three doors are negative and unwholesome, that is result is sufferings. So this is what we as it says is indicated in that above quotations, and then we have to understand the cause and effect of this of the happiness and sufferings.
아니 지시만이티 가르치가르잖아. 맞돌 기본도 오시나 소소기 선호도 와이나 아니 지부시위가 아니 지체 가르전데 소소기 가르전데 아니 뒤져지 다 지스강엔도 오시나 아니 디지체티 소소기 가르전데 선호도 와이나 다 빈보테 소소고소 그거 그래서 빈보테 소소고소나 하고 그래서
so that's the mainly this the working of these the karma, good karma and the bad karmas results in the happiness and sufferings. So this is the main indication of the first two lines when of the Buddha's quotations that that you are your own protectors and you are your enemies. And then the next two lines when it says, and the Buddha saying when he, you should be your own witness to your own actions so this is to say how the if we are consider ourselves as a witness, then we will know exactly what action, whatever action, what sort of consequences that will arise from our actions was that we engage in. Then we will know what is, as the Buddha said in the first 2 lines about the good and bad karma, then it will we will understand this, the law of karma, based on our own then kind of our own experiences.
Anita, sto le senandra ne jesenandra, tagari orsena, mazo lingua such yesanji, ta young kandij shevana, dujo shiona, ne dujo machine, kandin shewa inayo, tig sang till pochonda which to nipanda which join goddess. The boy John Maupala, any tig rewa, telayo. De wado dungala super not supposed yours. Jetang, Tenditela, Nobasuji mine, and Gendes in the Kajat shape, chorus.
And then to the connections, how we know the connections between the karma. So which karma which is our actions, that we, which we do through, by speech, by mind, and by bodies. So that is all the karma. You see, we accumulate karma, through the movement, through the use of our own body, speech, and mind. And when we use this, then we are creating karmas. And and then every karma, every action that we create. So it is said that this action would be leaving like an imprint or in more like a tendencies within us or in our mind, mental continuums. So these tendencies, kind of which is serve as a seed, becomes like a seed for our future experience. So therefore, we according to this concept of like a karma, and then if we create a positive karma, then we are leaving a positive seed, positive imprint of this tendency in our mind, and which from which the positive result will yield. That is the happiness, but from the negative actions, then the such seed or the tendency which we accumulate in our mind, then this will yield the unhappiness or sufferings.
And nochin nolta legend singing the Geshe Lobsang. That's a good ginger carison and Matsuta, sit on Zambali in Dila inanda, Jaha inanda, Sopa inanda, Kainanda, Nudan Yunzojito. Should they move as you Tachila, ne ta Rusu Neping Koitela, Transizo. Ne Trantela soon doom Dugum de Tangya, G. Trapendra Wada, Police and Rawajik, G. Jaw. Ne Tiga Majantic Runilla, and Kodan Shinich, the Jogores. Legendary translating at the Dembende, Susu no transitoric, so jack, ne transitoric. Nipinacel.
So in here we can see how the Lord, Buddha's the idea of how this the law of karma, should be how it works and who should be responsible to maintain that, if you like, maintain that law. Who's responsible for that law is individual, each individual persons. So from this perspective, how when we talk about in the world, systems, so where, as far as long as the past many histories going back, and then how the people have evolve this, system like a law and order systems, and then in order to maintain peace and safety of in the world, and then you have we make a lot of like a law, pass many new laws like constitutions, and then to maintain that, to keep that in practice, then there will be like some like a police force, and so many, and then there are many the form of like those who break the law, then they have to we have the imprisonment, going to the imprisonment and so forth. These are the things how it works. And so however in here, what we have to understand is in the here is that when we talk about the law of karma, then this is something we have to understand is the law which we have to understand something like personal, something beneficial for, we could recognize is something is beneficial for ourselves, and also therefore, and also to understand the responsibilities of that, maintaining that the order, the law of karma is upon yourself.
대장아 렌디가 터진디가 transin가 니가 네 가서 밑솔을 대화도 등하셔버때 대니인데 싫어내면 젠지가 소소를 집어 많이 봐. 로제전이 세종보도 니 너네 냠반이네 때네 쇼와이 봐. 특히 사실 차송이 소용 거 그래서.
So there is no need for us to be, for someone else, some other person to really to explain to us, what is good action, what is bad actions, what is this, the law of karma, in the sense that thing what will bring the cause and effect of our happiness and sufferings. And also it is it is not the case that when we don't follow this correct path of the karma, the law of the karma, then someone else, instead of the result or the consequence of our action falling upon ourselves, then we can give it to some other peoples also.
아니 너희가 다니다 레도 전제생이다 렌제생이다 아니 가서 고아야 보지도 아니 이치야 보지 데레서나 아니 니레 소외가 노노라요 다 소소소 등알 무가와 샤토 선자 디 등알 절 아니 드발라 니다 지식 가서 공부지야다 아니 야지 대발 가와인자 아니 다 대외지들은 배제시 받는 연구요레스 실론에 미거다 수행에 근도 또 응에도스네 아니 드니 그 따게요 말레스 로니 롱가 봐 장다요레스
So to be the proper, understanding of this law of karmas, then, as I just mentioned earlier, then we can fully take the, responsibilities of what action to do, accept, and what action to reject, ourselves. We do not have to rely on, some outside people to give advice on what we should do and what we should not do, and so forth.
네 렌텔라 kasi 렌텔로 이체도 다 드니가 Jendevolatine, Jaya Pudrapalatine, and Jawazum Boton, Jazum, Jangamba Palatine, Jawangambajutini, Yeshe Mengina, Mawubi Mazel and Gaka Solote, Ne, Shita Meding, Ne Yala Pembi Sambatu, Yuntu Maris. Then is that Solotini Mena ina, Ne ta Shigni Sune Chuchu Tagugena, the Zota, Lojo Kandishi Yena Yoni. Mahopalata Nyagachimbozo Sayakni, Michadi Horis.
So we can also see that if you lack, those people who lack this, the knowledge and also the belief in this. In the knowledge of the law of cause and effect, then these people can become very irresponsible of their own actions, and then in order to correct these or to encourage these people to be more responsible than, if there are some other people who are trying to give advice or trying to force these people, to take their responsibilities, and which then is not really going to be that much effective, and just as how, because the concerned people are not really interested in that. So just like if you are not really so interested in, and then if someone, because of someone else, imposing you to do certain things, like to finish certain, complete certain degree, and then it will be very difficult for you to be successful, and outcome to be something very, satisfying to oneself.
Tatani jiti letela njaute rimanda was some say your reserva gentachin was dopin jerusalem, gentachin jerusalem, no much in Jerusalem, and in Jerusalem was sunshine your res.
So now if you look into the type of the result, the kind of result of our karma, of our actions, then there are, we will find that there are three main types of the results of the karmas. So the first is which is result, which we call it like the empowering or environmental result, and then there's a result which has some result which are similar to the cause, which has some, the accordance or concordance with the causes, and then there's a third type of result, which is the ripening or a maturing result.
That no, there's a Chewanaji Karayosena, Penatanga to pay your shejana, and Pena Kamakawana was Chewena, and a Kamakamatili kitchen yipatine, Kamakasane, kitchen yipatine, Soso Lomadewa. And a Pajo de Hakono Nachishi, Sosona, Lomadewa Jungro, Tendawatella, Dopinja was. Dopinja was saying it, Jew sung and taught Yeshu, Jetu taught Yeshu,
Loma de Hazel.
Ah,
Loma de Hazel.
Kamakasari, Loma de Yungro, Pachu de Hakonta, so Topanda Wuda. And this Shilun Mutaji Jagger and Almendo Sonavi, Tango Loma de Yorota, or the Nigel Loma de Wate, and the Dopinja.
So these three, types of the result of the karma can be, of course, varies on the types of the karma that we create, we accumulate. So, for example, if we create a negative karma of committing an act of stealing, say, act of stealing the belonging of some other peoples. Then, for that, after the stealing, then the outcome, the result can takes different forms. So, for example, the most properly that most immediate result, that is a moment after we have stolen some things, then we would have a thought of worryings, concern that what about if maybe my neighbor or somebody might have saw me stealing, so you started to worry about that. Or if you immediate after that moment, if you hear a noise of some car, you might suspect that could be a police or someone, So that worries, that immediate result is more like the like a environmental result of that act of stealing.
Ane janta jinrewu tela nyuwa janta sengi tu shepa janta sengi niyo res. Nyuwa janta sengi te ta zuni kuma katsabi jesulu ta tseshima no mula shena yo sozo penjo mengi. Ane pejo mengi ta sedo kila supi ngone umpu kanga chiga mandwa tani she yungro yo res rawa. Ane shepa janta tela ni kesi ji maji jeyingi tano shesuna pi kajil gang, kama kajil gawatan wa, tani kuma ga pocho tiga, ani tani mayu kaisa resta.
And so then the second type of the result of karma, which I said is result similar to the cause. So that has a result similar to cause. There's it has a two subdivision, which is similar to cause in terms of our habit, in terms of habit, and then in terms of our what we experience. So there's a similarity between in terms of the habit and this experience. So there's some sort of we see some similarities between the cause of the result to the cause. So, for example, in the case of like stealings, so let's say as a result of stealings, then we might the result similar to the cause is that then as a result of that in future, then we we suffer like a poverty, in terms of not finding the clothes to wear, not finding like a shortage of the food, and so forth. So these are the result similar to the cause of stealing in terms of the experience. And then in terms of the habit, then even in future, we might, because of our past action of stealing, then even in future, then we would have this desire, motivation, or this tendency to of wanting to steal, stealing things. So to wanting to do that, repeat that same act of killing, sort of stealing again. So that's such thought, mental habit. So this is considered as a result similar to the cause in terms of habit.
Ani ta norma jinre wala ta kama kawala tene nyeso she wala superes rawa.
And then the ripening or the maturing result, so which is the main or the primary result, substantial result, so which is to for the act of stealing, then is to born in in the lower rebirth, so which is which is considered as a ripening result of the act of stealing loss.
Ani legend swinji telpe ngaso nonji ne gechi mutso yores karisena nonji yungro ngaso lora no karisun goresena gon jadi sal so tomatel kalmu so chi gres ani lora la supa gondi sal ni thoma ne tanjo te sanmi gon gres wa ani ta chi lonle go kawani chu gresene chi lonle te legend go ne go chu gresene nonji be yungro sheso na te ni res wa.
So in Buddhism, so this the practice of this karma is really a very fundamental, very important, essential practice, Buddhist practice, and even there is a saying that the cultivating motivation is the is important for the is the beginning, or the beginning of the meditations, meditation practice, and then whereas the reflecting on the on the preciousness and the rarity of human life, and so this such a reflection is the beginning of the practice of the LamRim, which is called the graduated stages of the path. That's the beginning of that practice, LamRim practice, and then this practice of this law of cause and effect is considered as the beginning of the practice of dharmas. So from this saying, we can see how if we have to apply, if you have to follow the dharma practice, then we must follow this the law of karma, the practice of karma also.
Sendel sonne ya sendel mondenge tunji nyunji chile singi yore sarwa sendel le sonne ya tsenye paten ma mone ni yene nyunji chile singi tni yores ani ya sendel sonne tse samba penjel ni bi le tu yela nyunji chile sene o tni go le manda so yores.
Yes. So we talked about the three types of the result and then of the karma. Then there's also we talk about the result of the karma in terms of the time, the timing of of those result. Production of those results or the yielding of those results. So in terms of timing, then the result, we can have the result of the karma which can arise or yield is karma which produces a result, within this life, in the same lifetime in which we have created or accumulated the karma. So that's one type. And then we could have the karma which produces result in the immediate life after, in the immediate future life. And then the second one, and then the third type is the producing is the result not in the immediate life but any the lifetime after that.
That is also clear.
Okay, so we'll leave the teaching here.
Yeah. Thank you. A question?
Do you have a question? Yes, Julie.
What determines whether
다 레숨 샤로 렉다 용의 뒤절차 통주유의 깨내서도 레랑 생용 다디 레디 디 디부 거디 민교의 디 가서 자기한테는 교 가르치고 왔어. 게임도 통주유교 자교 가르치고 해야 돼. 니라고 해서.
첸델 먹게 가르치실. 시와시마다 가르면 그래서.
지금 내가 기억한다 세죠.
다때 가네나이나 대치스서 레 소자 치슈나 인저.
내가 기억한다. 니와한다 공부한 세죠. 뭐라.
페나 닌 소매지 레서나 아니 시와시마다 가르면 그런데 pasepa masepa chi sena ani jitela to chita ngemba ya samare ne chine nyunji chi ledela to chita susu lechi shinche jirowa lechi shinche te chumu chiresrowa pena marjil nge chi tsbojina oina ngem gebi le so tsares le pochote ta te jil ta te chena wote chi tseme to wala 우지 젠다우나 젠도지 디콘로티라 제제소나 아니 딘데우도 다가로 뭐네 아니 둥한 용거로 봤으러와 젠체 문제가 어떤 인지를 소모도 있으러와
so Geshe thing is mainly depends upon the immediate conditions causes and conditions which which causes the specific karma to ripe its result.
Pena to same yorwa same telani chili kadin tesona kol chingurwa tinu jiga ngazu same chine shaja yores tel ni chena ko kadi susuna.
So like if you plant a seed under the ground, and then when it will ripe, it much depends on the weather conditions and all, right temperature. When it all comes together, it will arise. But otherwise, it will take longer time. But there are certain actions, karma, which when it is very extremely negative karmas, like we call it, like there's a among the karma, there are certain karma we call it like a heinous karmic crime, So those karma, then it is said that it will, produces result immediately after we live this life. You have to, like, person to be born in the lower river straight away. So there are so many different factors. So of course, most important factor is how great is that specific karma? How big, how forceful. So more forceful, they produce result quicker. Yeah.
This sort of question or this proposal that we naturally know what is right and what is wrong. Right? That's one of the things we were talking about earlier. But then there's some people who don't know what is naturally right or naturally wrong, or they ignore it. So my feeling is I do not know the full extent of what is naturally right or wrong. Like you're saying that the person naturally has a feeling for what is right and what is wrong.
Right.
So then my thinking is, then if that's true, there's no purpose in the Buddha teaching, because we just can naturally know what is right and wrong.
Did we say that?
No, but that's a consequence.
Sorry? No.
See that as a consequence. Well, you said that we can. We said
when we talk about be our own witness.
Yeah, and that we don't have to be told by somebody else.
Yeah.
You said something like that.
So rangi pangbu che se jo wa. Di si di la ta wa ina an mi sama shen la tue mo wa ta chi yakko dan du ja se jo wa ngen ba dan sang bo se so ge ha kong ye so la. Sam sha ga do so wa. Mi sama so ha ko ma le sa ko ti wa di dang ge sa. Mi sama de ha ko ya ge ta chi 남주 여르스 요마로 상만들이 요마로스
소말트니 게지 시게 요마래
라
소말트니 게지 시게 요마로
나나
시단에 소설 강의시는 소설 강의 가르치는 소노토 와이나 소속 늦게 시발 때네 시용한테 소소속 빈보체 그거와 또 파쇼와지 빈보체다가 말아 와세요 다 계속 빈보체 와이나 소속 제 그거와 와세 로 소속 빈보 소속 늦게나 가르치는 소속 좀버 가르치나 제부텔 때네 소속 소노토네 소속 빈보체 그거와 마도 파쇼와지 대 용어
그 소소 방고체서 소소속에 상보다 연바디 하는 사고 그래서 디시에서
다대 하 공예요 뭐 경이요래 된다만다 여마도 자수 하 고게스지요 말어
그래
가제티 수제라 안에 개와트 댕했더니 여러와 수제 발랐더니 개와 용그레소서 더니 여러 또 댕했더니 뭐 여러 야 고게스지요 말어
So exactly what your question is? Your question.
I just find that when I hear that we naturally know what is right or wrong. I think, no, I don't.
Yeah. Well, we can get it wrong. Well, that thing that we brought up before, that is mostly generally, generally speaking, each person will know, what action they have done in the past, okay, whether it's good or bad, and when they look back, you will know whether it's good or, to some extent, okay, we can get it wrong, but the point is that the best is that you be the witness for your own deeds of that we do in our life. So that's what the point I'm making. Does that make sense? Yeah.
네발이 저 시보도 되어 있는 제들 수제까지 찍어. 날 제와빈 수제까지 찍은 데서.
네.
아, 저 뭐도 저거 다 수제 제와대 대외 제작이요 그래서.
네.
로. 이 제자니 이쯤이지 거기 수수지 제와 하고 계지면. 대외 제도 등에 전대리 등에 제리세네. 이나요 다 소소 소노토나
Also, maybe there's also indication of each individual to best utilize their own intelligence, wisdoms. So if wisdom can't go wrong. So when we, for example, in some religious practice, where they encourage people to do sacrifice, killing an animal as an offering, and then that is considered as a virtuous. And a lot of people believe in that, But so of course, such practice is an act of killing. So it's a negative actions. So it's also we can also see the best is to utilize your own intelligence, your own wisdoms, and then based on that, then you'll be probably a witness, I suppose, to discriminate your own deeds, good or bad. Yeah. Sorry, I missed that.
How do you know when you've reached enlightenment and that's your goal to try and do it in one lifetime, in this lifetime?
How to reach enlightenment in one lifetime?
How do you know when you've reached enlightenment?
Oh, right, okay. In one lifetime. When you reach enlightenment.
How do you know when you've reached enlightenment?
Yeah. So 상기도 좀 상기가 하는 사고 그래서 그래서 상기가 하는 사고 그래서
대 소소 드와 뽕그러와 드와 뽕사와 하고서나네 상지와 코너 그래 대 소지가 뭐네 다 치치로주 모불래서나네 상간의 재미 하고 그러와
그래
맞아 칠로주조 그래서 노치로주 수지 생기데 간내는데 아니 드니서 로주 좀바지도 좋아요 그래서 대 로주 좀바지도 전에 하고 그래서 맞아
So first of all, to reach to the enlightenment, then the individual being have to do a lot of study, practice, and a lot of meditations, and so you have to say that if someone who have got a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge, then they would know, like for example, they know when you talk about the reaching to complete enlightenment means to when you completely eliminate all your mental obscurations in yourself, and so therefore because of your knowledge and your experience of all the various of your spiritual path, then those one who practice, then they will know, whether they have a obscuration or not, or they have their mind is ignorant or not. They will know themselves. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
So every action of body, speech, and mind is creating karma.
Yeah.
So from this in this present moment and every other present moment, there's a ripening of the body, speech, and mind karmic effect. So I'm wondering how much is free will? Okay, you've got a choice between virtue and non-virtue, but isn't that also some sort of karmic ripening of your mind, that you might choose something good rather than choose something bad?
Hang on a bit. So you will continuously accumulating karma.
We're continuously ripening karma, like even at the moment we're ripening the karma.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it's all with cause and effect, it all seems so locked down with cause and effect. I'm just wondering, what's the role, or where is free will in that?
Yeah.
I understand that you can choose one or the other, but isn't even that choice somehow a karmic predisposition to have that mind to choose virtue and choose one or the other?
Okay, yep. 다 간속이 so your question is about is a free will, right? Because what we are is a result of our karma, and we are continually creating, and do we have any choice? 다 간속이 레저라 소소 가린 연구에는 미스나라 달라 대화이나 동해나 상해 가리나 되게 സമയ다 레일 때는 중국어로 왔어. 다 가리나 로 상해 뭐만 레이나 가리나 안다 레일 사고 알았어. 소소로 나와 여러 쓰기서 다 소소. 레트 소소나 할라마소나 당보라니 끄셔나 신스와 단다기 다 미세기 영화 저러. 영화 상보이나 야보이나 가리나 디 당보라니 지 아무마소나지 군조 거버스나 민조 타치고 다우시 내게 타치고 심바나 신스.
제지 다 로주제 치뇽래 제 용내 용도 제와나 롱으로 용 그랬어. 녜마이가 레소자 고인바테 매와서 추그랬어. 매와서 추그래 실문파마서 추그랬어. 시스 네 뒤쪽지 레카 뒤쪽 맞잖아. 시 뒤쪽 제가 레소가 말와 네 롱으랬어. 롱 쳐는 그랬어.
So I said, if yes, we do not have control of our life, when we are trapped in the karma and the delusions. However, if we follow the spiritual practice, and then through the practice, we can purify it, all the karma, negative karma that we have accumulated, from the past. We can purify that, and not only we purified, we can also stop creating new karma. No, I'm just saying, stop creating new karma, and then in that way, then we can see we have we can change our future. We can achieve liberations.
So not until you're not.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. That we can we can change, or the future is not completely predetermined. We can alter.
Mazo deha ko hichimechi. Kashi nombe ga yune shepi le singete shiru bisegrata jilu jamba ga kenju noji. Kora kar cheje zona bonashi. Tindi ga sono tongsi te tsawan re maris. Ro nge le so tsanayo. Tandi ga mutsendelo ne le jiji tongchu gris mazo. Tandi go ne maso ni nani te ngris ro. Le jiji tong mazo ti shodo che mewazo njo 첨보대 춘주조 춘주대 명화조예요. 그래서 kiến trúc 우소하는
그래서 so on the one hand, so in Buddhism, so we have the concept of the karma, the law of karma, and on the other hand, there are some other like the either theistic, right? Theistic, theology, So system where they have a concept of the Almighty, all created Almighty God as a creation, all that. So we have to understand that the concept of karma is not same as the concept of the all creation. Okay, so with the karma, as we were saying before, how whatever karma that we have accumulated, from the past, we can purify that. We can reduce. We can get rid of those karma from the accumulated karma from the past, and we can also through our action that we take at this current times, we can prevent certain karma from the past to produce its result, or to produce a less result, or to prolong, or to delay the result. So we can do that, through our whatever the action, through our action or through our practice that we do at the moment.
Tatani jisosul kange shuwan dalonso lere sinene kashi dre le ti ji tong singa mare kashi dre ni ma to ne lere sidene ten le ko chu jo de de ni yore sro.
Yeah, so it's it's not right. It is not right to think that that what we go through now, if it's we cannot. We simply have to accept, and we cannot change because it was a result of our past karma, and like some people do that. They can't bother to correct their actions or to take any measurements because they are not interested, or they think it's too difficult, and so they just don't do anything. Just simply say, just blaming to their karma, and themselves, and also to they don't take any actions to help other beings, who are in sufferings. Just saying that they are suffering because of their karma, and you just doing nothing. So that's not a right the understanding of the karma loss.
Kangalo lel pa keshawa ina ani jite kepa bo khenle mo to chewa yo maris.
No. And then if the idea of karma is something like everything's been already been determined or fixed, and we cannot really change, then it's almost it's same as the idea of like all creations here. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, does that mean that it just seems to be saying to me now that then people are not purifying, they're not engaging in some sort of purification, like sad and sad for me because they're not purifying anything. They're just going to go around and round and round and round.
Yeah.
And round and round and round and round. I just...
다들 미디 직대나 수가 다니 망고지 건 레기 망고사다 레기 렌제기 남샤데 마 하고 마고 망고스도 왔어. 아니 혼자다 동해 용해마도 다가 혼자 레지 혼자 뭐마 레기 마사다 바 딕샤 체다 데 싱고야 마로 왔어. 어디 라고 있었네.
네, 다가래.
용해마도
다가래. 노노 그러다.
라
디쇼치야 마고는 드니 쇼마토는 소소칼레 카르소에 티 지스 노에라.
Yeah, if you don't
마토티 녜벨레도 망녜벨레도 되질래 그랬어. 드리체도 마소스.
We will still talk a bit more about the karma in the next teachings. You know, there's in one way the karma is divided is in terms of whether the karma is definite or not definite. That in terms of producing is result. Producing is result. So basically, if we don't purify it, if we have created, we have accumulated some negative karma, and if we don't do any practice or anything to purify that negative karma, then it will produce this result. Then the only way that we can get rid of that karma is experiencing the result of that karma, full consequence of that karma. That's the only way we can finish that karma. Okay.